What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to get this message to everybody who internalizes their struggles, and I'm gonna explain to you why it's not 100% a bad thing to do. A lot of times people will say, "Well, man, sometimes, man, you're going through stuff you got to talk about. You got to let people know, man. You can't have that pent up, and you got to get it off your chest because it ain't good. It creates stress when you pin it up and all that is good and fine. But and I agree with that. I agree that sometimes it's good to get it off, but you have to be very selective with who you get it off to. You can't include and tell everybody what's going on in your life and all the problems that you have because everybody is not meant or they're not worthy of receiving that information because their intentions might not be lined up the right way. They ready to go tell everybody what's going on, or they ready to um, throw it back at you at a later time, especially if they help you. I'm speaking more so to people who not are just internalizing it and just dealing with it like that, but who are internalizing it and working it out on their own. And the same rule applies to a degree where, if you need help with something, if you have the right people around you, it's nothing wrong with asking for or getting that help from people that you do believe and know that you can trust. But a lot of times we'll just say, man, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of it. And if you had been doing that early on in your life, then it becomes who you are. It becomes a habit. It's like, hey, that's how I've always handled it. So why should now be any different? Or this time it's not going to be any different because that's just how I've developed myself over these years, right? And again, that's cool. Um, what that does, because the other part to that is some people are not built like that. Some people don't want to be to have to do it alone or figure it out on their own or thug it out on their own. Some people don't want no parts of that, and they looking for the help, but the help is not there for them. Maybe they don't have the close friends or the relationship with their family to where there's somebody that they can immediately reach out to and that assistance is there for them. So they are basically forced to having to be the one to do it themselves and figure it out themselves. But what that does, if you have the heart to go forward and start doing that, once you do it, you learn something about yourself. You like, wait a minute, hold on, I actually did it. And I didn't do it with any help. I did it without anybody coming to give me this or give me that. It would have been nice, but I actually pulled it off. And you learn about yourself that you were stronger than you may have thought that you actually was. Because doubt is a real thing, especially in a tough situation, in a crisis, and it's looking like ain't no doors. You in a room with no doors, in the room on fire, no windows, and you like, oh man, I gotta. And so the doubt kicks in, like, man, I might not make it. I might not be able to get this done. I might not be able to figure this out. But the will, if you have the will to keep on trying, and like, I ain't gonna never give up. Whatever gonna happen, it's not gonna be because I just gave up. And then you figure out a way. Oh man, that's like that's like opening up the world because your confidence builds, and now the next time around, you feel confident and strong that okay, I can figure this out. This is what I do. After a while, it becomes what you do. So you learn about yourself if you had those doubts that okay, I can do this. That's not to say just block yourself off from the world and block yourself off from any avenues where you might need help because it's foolish to just want to struggle. It's foolish to just want to have to live hard and deal with things on your own if you don't have to. But we all are gonna come into situations where it's just gonna be you and the good Lord, and you're gonna have to figure it out and ask Him, "Hey, can you help me kind of navigate through this situation?" And if you have the will to do so, it'll make you a stronger and a better person. And now you got what the old folks say in the church. Now you got a testimony, because now you're gonna come across people who might have been in the same mind frame as you. Like, oh, I can't do it. Your children, oh, I can't do it. I know a lot of parents that like they hate the one thing they hate to hear their children say is, I can't do it. I can't do it. So a good parent is gonna let, hey man, nah, you can do it, and not only can you do it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna show that you can do it, because you can't go through life like that. And some of us didn't get that, so now you got grown adults walking around here reverting back to that same childlike mindset. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Because we don't fully respect our God-given power that we can overcome any obstacle. The mind got so much detail and so much greatness in it to where it's like, the formula is in you to figure out whatever it is you got to figure out. We just got to tap into the formula. Just got to lock in to the formula. So don't get discouraged. You're going to have that moment of, oh man, you might feel bad or feel disappointed or down, but you have to learn how to shake that off immediately, because if it's something that got to get done, it ain't gonna magically fix itself behind you whining and complaining about it. You ain't gonna just, is it fixed? Let me try again. Is it fixed? Let me try. No, that's not how it works. When you're back against the wall, you got to get it. You got to make it happen. You got to figure it out and try not to make the same mistake again. So that needs to be the focus, man. We have to always be in a mind frame where we are learning who we are and learning about what sits inside of us internally, because those are building blocks. Every time that you overcome something that seemed like you weren't going to be able to overcome it, boom, you just packed on some more muscle. It's like lifting weights. You just overcame that weight and you lifting weights. So now you boom, a little stronger. And you keep doing it, get stronger and stronger. But every time you punk out, you get weaker and weaker. Now it's like, and then you just become just a pathetic shell of a person, man. So be the example that you need to be for yourself and for those around you, because you can't be strong for nobody else if you ain't even strong within yourself, man. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Blessings to everybody who's still dealing with the aftermath of the hurricane here in the city and surrounding areas, and praying for y'all and keep y'all posted on everything that's going on our end. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Catch y'all later on. Peace.